Hi, I'm Jim Carlucci, editor of The Downtowner. I'm standing in the mill yard of the Roebling Wire Works, where on June 18th and 19th, the 5th annual Art All Night 24-hour extravaganza will draw over 10,000 people to the city to view art, listen to music, and enjoy each other's company. It's the largest party in the city each year, and it draws people from Mercer County and beyond. Last month, I sat down at Artworks with event co-chairs Anthony Coluccio and Joseph Kuzemka. We discussed Art All Night and the overall health of the city's cultural scene. This is the first of what we hope to be monthly interviews with the city's business, civic, and cultural leaders, co-produced by Community News and Kevin Moriarty's Skydog Media. We hope you'll enjoy the interviews in the Downtowner and on the web. Thanks.
Joe Kuzemka, I am the chairperson of Art All Night Trenton 2011.
I'm Anthony Coluccio. I'm the Vice President of Artworks and Joe's co-chair of Artworks 2011 also.
So how and when did Art All Night come to be? How many years has it been around?
This will be it's the fifth. This is the 5th year. Yeah, it started in 2007.
Our first year it was done right here at Artworks. It was a small event, pretty much.
1,700 people.
About 1,700 people the first year. Matter of fact, Joe and I have actually been involved in Art All Night from the very first year, and kept going right through. The second year we moved it to the Wireworks, and it's just been growing ever since. I mean, events, we went from like 1,700 people. I think the following year we were up to maybe 4,000 or something like that.
5,000 year 2, and then 8,000.
Then 8,000 and
10,000 last year.
Yeah.
Now we're hoping for anywhere from 12 to 15,000.
It started out as a grassroots community project is what we really wanted. We just wanted something to bring the community together. Everybody in the area to see, to show basically the world, or whatever you want to call it, that Trenton is a decent place. There's some good people here, there's some great musicians, there's good artists. The people can all come together in one place and get along, and all the bull that you read in the newspaper, disregard it.
I really think it's turned into something special because, since I can't think of anything like this since maybe Heritage Days. Right. Back when I was a kid, I would go there, and I know that kind of waned and kind of disappeared after a while. And I think this city is it's a city that was built on culture and built on art and built on history. Most importantly, which is one of the big reasons that we're so happy that we're in the Wireworks, because there's so much history there. Right. But it's really, I feel, it has really brought a sense of bigger sense of culture and art back to the region, which I think is really important for the city. We've got so many good artists and so many good musicians and so many people who are involved in the arts on every level.
Do you think Art All Night or any such large-scale event would be as successful with more involvement, direction, support from the city, or you think it's successful because they're at an arm's length?
I think personally it's successful because they're at an arm's length, and I don't mean to put the city down or anything like that.
But government
the
does
city's
government.
not right.
Yeah,
the city's
exactly.
not in the business of art and culture. We, as an organization, Artworks, be more than happy to put our foot forward, and if that's the way the city wants to move, I know we'd be more than happy to help them get to that point. But as far as them coming in, like you said, government runs government. They're not an art.
Yeah, I think I think the city and the government do best when they support the arts.
Right.
Not try and run the arts.
Right.
Their support is key and it's crucial.
Sure it is. Yeah.
But it makes us more successful when we are able to run things ourselves.
So, what's Trenton art scene like these days?
We have Artworks, we have Ellerslie, we have the museum downtown, Mark. I notice a lot of the new restaurants that are opening up are
The Trent Social.
Trenton Social for one.
Cafe Olé.
Yeah.
They
do
shows.
little gallery shows in there in both of those places.
I think it's kind of a rise and fall, to be honest with you. I mean, I think there are times where I see it coming on a little bit stronger. We had Gallery 125, which I believe is gone now. But I think the folks are there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of kind of organizing and giving these folks an opportunity to show their work and show people that there is art.
And that carries through to Art All Night as well.
Yes.
What's the submission criteria for that?
There isn't one.
There is one.
I mean, I don't care if it's crayons, I don't care if it's Krylon markers, I don't care what it is. If you draw something and you think it's art, you should bring it to Art All Night. There's no criteria. I mean, no one's turned away. With the exception of pornography or something like that. But within reason, there's nothing that's turned away. We're not there to judge anybody. It's not a judge show.
But in the same respect, like Joe said about refrigerator art, Art All Night also goes to the total opposite spectrum of total professional work done too. I mean, we've had pieces in there that price tags on them in thousands of dollars, and they are done by professional artists, and some gorgeous pieces.
There are amateurs. There are people who probably don't even consider themselves artists, but they still have an ability, and they want to put something down on paper or digitally or wherever it is that they do it, and it sells. And for me, I mean, I've never sold a piece of artwork, but I consider myself a professional artist. But if I sold something, I would, I'd be ecstatic. And anyone who's not a professional artist, that's a big deal.
It seems like there's a particular style of stuff that's submitted to Art All Night, or expanding that. Is there a Trenton style of art?
I don't think so. I mean, one of the things I will say this. One of the things that that we always make sure to do is include. I don't know if it's a Trenton thing, it's maybe more of an urban thing, but like Leon Rainbow, we always have him come and we'll do graffiti demos and stuff like that. I don't know if there's really a Trenton style of art. I mean, the artwork that we bring in it covers the gamut. I mean, everything from paintings to sculpture to digital installations, just everything that you could even imagine as being a piece of artwork. Someone's going to bring Art All Night.
What's your favorite Art All Night moment or story?
I don't know if it's necessarily one of my favorite moments, but it was something that just popped off the top of my head. Last year in 2010, we had an iron pour at Art All Night. We've got this, 2 tons of sand out there. We've got this huge fence wrapped around this thing, and this gigantic boiling molten iron contraption spewing fire out, 15 feet in the air. And again, I don't know if it's necessarily one of my favorite moments, but I really, at that point, when I walked up to that and I saw that going, saw the people around it and saw the faces and saw the reaction to that, it was probably one of my proudest moments of Art All Night. It really was. It was really just, I just found it to be exquisite. It was really something special.
Do people come all night?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. We post our music schedules and we post our event schedules, and folks plan around it. They really do.
Believe it or not, the slowest time is between 6 and 10 o'clock Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But up until then, but believe it or not, even up until 6 o'clock, there's a good number of people there.
It's 5 years. Will it be as strong in 10 years?
I think that we have to constantly evolve the events that we have on site, the bands and the music that we make available, the genres of music that we have at Art All Night. I think those are all keys to making sure that it stays fresh and making sure that people remain interested.
I was going to actually say very similar to what Joe said about the music and whatnot, but the one thing I want to add is it's different art every year. You're not coming back and seeing the same thing every year.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to leave us, any bits of wisdom you want to leave us with?
I would just say come to Art All Night. I mean, give Trenton a chance.
Yeah.
I think, again, with the stigma of Trenton, it's just, as Trenton had its problems, of course it has, just like any other inner city. We're no different than anyone else. But we also have the positive things go along with that. And I think if you come to Art All Night and you experience the positivity that happens here, that could just branch out into all other areas. And I truly feel that this is, the premier arts event in the area, hands down.